This workflow turns text into images automatically. You add a line of text in your database, and it creates an image and saves it back. Let me show you how it's built. Before the workflow can run on its own, we connect it to our database. In Supabase, open Integrations, then Database Webhooks, and click Create a new hook. Pick your image table, and set the event to Insert, so it fires every time a new row is added. Choose HTTP request, and paste the URL that calls our workflow. But where does that URL come from? From the first node in n8. And let me show you. This webhook node gives two URLs, test and production. Always use the production one in Supabase. My n8n runs locally, so to put it online, I use a free Cloudflare tunnel and paste that link into Supabase. Next is the config node, all your settings in one place. First, your Supabase project URL. It tells the workflow where to save the image. Second, the buck, T, the storage folder the images go into. And third, the Claude mod, L, it turns a simple idea into a rich, detailed prompt, T. So you set it up on C and change anything from one spot. This node reads the new row that came in. It grabs just what we need, the job ID and the prompt. A quick check. Is there actually a prompt? If yes, it continues. If not, it stops. No wasted work. This node sends your idea to Claude. It's an HTTP request to Claude's API, using POST. For security, it uses header auth, your Claude API key, kept safe in a credential. The headers just set the version and format. And in the body, we send your short idea and ask Claude to turn it into a detailed image prompt with style, lighting, and mood. This small step cleans up Claude's reply. It pulls out just the finished prompt and passes it to the next step. And if anything's missing, it safely falls back to your original idea. This node creates the actual image. It calls Cloudflare's free AI model, FLUX, secured with a token, and sends it our detailed prompt. We chose Cloudflare because it's free, but you can swap in any image model you like, just by changing this one node. The workflow also handles errors gracefully. Each main step has an error path. If something fails, Claude, the image, or the upload, instead of crashing, it runs this Supabase node, which marks that job as error and saves the reason. So one bad job never breaks the rest. Cloudflare sends the image back as data, not a file. So this node converts it into a real image file, ready to upload. And if no image came through, it stops here and flags the error. Now we save the image to Supabase Storage. This node uploads the file into your bucket, the folder where all generated images live. Each file is named by the job's ID, so it's easy to find. For auth, it reuses your one Supabase credential, no extra key needed. And it uses Upsert, so rerunning just overwrites the old image, now that the image is saved. This node builds its public link. It joins your project URL, the bucket, and the job's ID into one shareable web address. That's the link anyone can open to view the finished image. Finally, we update the original row. This node finds that row in image_jobs by its ID, sets the status to done, and saves the public image link right onto it. So whoever made the request instantly sees the finished image in the database. That completes the loop, from a simple idea to a ready image. And the final node sends back a 200 OK, a success reply, confirming the image is done. And that's the whole workflow, a simple idea in, a finished image out, saved and ready to use. Now, let's see it in action. Once your workflow is built, you make it live. If you're running it locally, click Publish. And if you're on the cloud, just switch it to active. Now here's a quick demo of the whole thing working. Let's trigger it. In Supabase, I'll open the SQL editor and insert a single row with our image prompt. And as you can see in the execution, every step ran green, start to finish. No errors. Now, let's check the storage. And here we go. There are 2 images. The first one is from an earlier test, and this second one is the one we just generated. Let me open its link from image job table so you can see it full size. And back in the table, the row now shows done with the image link saved. Storage and database both updated automatically.